Hey everybody, Michael here with Duet Justus. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be sharing with you some of the modifications and changes we're going to be making to Harvey, our RV, which we've had in storage over the past few months. We want to get these changes done before we move back into it full time in January, and if you don't know what our current living situation is, make sure to check out the previous video that we posted on all these details. Basically, the place that we live in has an HOA restrictions that don't allow RVs to be parked there. So we had to put Harvey in storage, but we're here today and we're going to share with you some of the modifications. So let's jump inside and check out what we're going to do. Alright, now that we're here in the RV, I'm going to take you through some of the things that we're changing with the freshwater system. This is some of the stuff we have to do first because we want to get all this stuff done before winter sets in and we have to winterize the RV. So the first thing is the kitchen faucet. It's the only faucet that we have here in the RV, and we need one that's a little bit easier to manage and maneuver around. The one we have is very low profile, and what we're going to be ordering is one that has a taller spout on it so that we can fit bigger dishes under it, and it'll just be more functional for us. Another thing with our current faucet is it has a slow leak, which is just an indication that it's old and needs to be replaced. So we're going to be thankful to get that done, but that's going to be one of the first things we do. Another place that we have a slow water leak is underneath the sink. There's a P-trap in the drain that needs to be replaced, so I'm going to just be going to a local plumbing store to get a new P-trap to install on that. After that, we're going to move into the shower where we're going to install a water stop valve so that we can do military showers without wasting extra water. What I mean by that is we have this Oxygenics low flow shower head that we absolutely love, but the only problem is the stop valve that comes installed on the shower head still allows a little bit of water to leak and trickle out while we're lathering up during our military showers. So this is going to be a cheap, easy part that we can install that will save us some water in the long run. Another thing we're going to be changing about our freshwater system is the filtration process of the water. So we currently have a single inline filter, and we've filtered our water through a pure water filter that we've had moderate success with. But we've noticed on the road, water can vary drastically in quality, and so we really want to have a great process and share with you that new process that we're going to go through to ensure that we have clean drinking water while we're on the road. And lastly, the most major thing we're changing with the freshwater system is we are completely replacing the current hot water heater that we have. Currently, we have an Atwood propane 6-gallon hot water heater that has worked okay during our first year of full-time RV living, but we're replacing it with an instant hot water heater, and a lot of factors go into that, and we'll share more with you when it comes to that video. But needless to say, it's going to increase the comfort level and the convenience factor whenever we move back into the RV in January. We are so excited to share that with you. Some of the other things we're doing with the RV have to do with general maintenance stuff. We have to winterize the RV, which includes blowing out the water lines using the city water hookup, as well as pouring antifreeze in all of the drain pipes. We also have to do some general maintenance, which includes draining the oil, changing out the oil in both the engine and the differential oil back in the back axle. We haven't done that, and we don't know when it was last done, so we figured we'd get it done before we head back out. And we're going to be adding valve extensions. If you guys have dually tires on your RV, you need to get valve extensions for the inside tire. It is such a pain for us to try to get our compressor back inside of the tire, so adding those valve extensions are really going to help us out, and we can't wait to show you guys that. As far as our solar power system goes, the only things that we're going to be modifying with that is, it has to do with the battery bank. So right here is the sub bay with the battery bank in it, and what we're going to show you guys first is we're going to direct wire some appliances to the battery. So we're going to bypass the inverter, and we're going to wire our computers, our phones, as well as our TV to the battery, so we don't have to use the inverter. That's one change we're going to make. And then another change with the battery bank is this sub bay that it's in is a continuous sub bay that goes all the way across the RV, and we need to ventilate it a little bit more. These flooded lead acid batteries give off a toxic gas that you shouldn't be exposed to, and though we've never had any troubles in the past, it's an insurance purpose to add extra ventilation so that we can ensure we're not going to be exposed to those harmful gases. Some of the final things we're going to share with you as far as our modifications and changes go are our downsizing session. Yes, we had another downsizing session. We couldn't believe how much more we could get rid of even after our first round of downsizing. But we're going to share those thoughts and ideas with you, and hopefully next time you guys go out on your trips, you'll be able to pack a little bit lighter and travel a little bit leaner. So we hope that will help you guys out. And also, along with that, we're going to reorganize the overcab and kind of have a different storage situation. The original containers that we had there were old. I'm pretty sure they were from my childhood. The plastic pieces that held the modular sections together were all brittle and breaking. So we decided to get rid of that unit, and we're going to order something different that will allow us to have a more functional system of organization up there in the overcab. And last but not least, we are going to be changing up our composting toilet. As many of you know, we did a DIY composting toilet, and even though we only use this 15 to 20% of the time, mainly when we're full-time boondocking, it was still the hardest thing to get used to while full-time RV living. So instead of having to go number 1 in one bucket and go number 2 in another bucket, we're going to make it a little more user-friendly, if you know what I mean. Alright, that pretty much sums up all the modifications and changes that we're going to be making to the RV before we move back into it in January. As always, guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything, we love hearing from you, so hit us up in the comment section below. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. So it'll save us a lot of trouble when we're airing up our tires.
It sounded pretty good, but there were some times when you weren't really enunciating.
I'm freezing.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe you were cold.
Alright.